Am I live? Finally. Just delete that. Actually, I need that to link. I might have solved it, but I might have not. I am hovering out the mid 50s, 60s. Give me a sec. Again, wow. Thank you very much for 500 followers. Can I not edit this? Do key. Let me just delete that. Delete that. Right, I think I solved the issue. The frame's not dipping as much. It is around mid to high 60s. Mid to high 50s to 60. Which is good. We like that. It is good. It's surviving. Can't hear me though. Yeah, you can hear it. Encoder overloaded. What? It's working. I'm blowing very cold air. Not big to get man. Let me just do that. Yeah, so it is basically just overloaded, but I'm still at 60 frames. Well, not on the stream. It says I'm at 60. Okay, I'm at 60, good. So, I'm very hot right now. Not sponsored, by the way. Right, anyway. Where were we? Shall I try to turn on warnings? Where are they? There. Will that butcher my FPS? No. Good, I've solved it, I think. How is... Oh, right. If anyone who's watching the stream right now, if they're like PC professional or something, how is me streaming and playing Euro Truck Simulator 2 in the multiplayer thing, not butchering my encoder and GPU as much as me streaming weather on a simple browser with a few overlays. Right. Anyway, we do have a very, very active, and my friends have dropped again. Lovely. We do have a very active storm over northern Scotland at the moment. Very, very active. I think that's well over 300 lightning strikes in that area, just there. In the last 1 to 5 minutes, like 100, 200 there. Further south, the very, very intense storm with a hail core, I believe. Multiple hail cores, or basically very heavy rain, is starting to push its way into basically the far southwest of England. Yeah, very far southwest of England. I think that's gonna work. Anyway, so now have a look at the satellite. That was 30 minutes ago. My FPS is down again. Lovely. What is going on with my PC? Is it just too hot to my room? I mean, it is 32.5 degrees in my room right now. Not my room, my sister's room. What is going on? I seriously just need to... It says I'm at 56 frames per second. But just... Right, I've not solved the problem. I've not solved the problem. At all. Settings, come on. Right, I'm gonna stop streaming. It might be working. Can you hear me? It might be working. Yeah. Yeah. I think I am in the clear. I might have solved it. Wrong bolt. I probably have solved it. Let's take that off. I might have solved it. I am confident I solved it. I'm confident that I have solved it. Select, okay, paste. Give me a second, everyone. Update that. Repost that. What time is that? Say 56. Yeah, it's about that. Right, so I think I'm back. Let's see, yeah, it is smooth, I guess. Oh yes, I've solved it. Finally, we can get into the real stuff. Let's do that real quick. Thank you very much to over 40 of you who have followed me today in the last couple hours. I really do appreciate it. Let's see this comment. What about Lieutenant Iris here? Yes. 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 Into the is the fan here, not my PC, by the way, just confirming. That's not. That is literally the fan you're hearing at the moment, as we into the early hours of Friday. Right. I'm sure. I gotta reply to that later. Anyway. Anyway. If you already followed my X account, please do. Right, let's get into the real stuff. After over an hour of trial and error, we are back. It's so hot, and I can't take my shirt off, because YouTube won't like that. Right, so this is my Thunderstorm outlook for tonight. Around 9, I would say the highest thunderstorm risk starts to become more apparent. Around 9, that's where severe kicks in until 6 a.m. through there, and then conditional severe comes in from, basically it covers the whole severe area plus the conditional severe to the east. That is where the conditional severe does kick in from 6 p.m. until 9 a.m. tomorrow. I will be updating you throughout tonight, hopefully, if I do not fall asleep at some point. You can see a very major storm is pushing. It is being imported from northern France all the way through into the far southwest of England. If you have any questions, put them in chat and I'll be very happy to answer. There is a storm just to the southwest of Kingsbury. Kingsbury, I'm not bothered to look at anywhere else. Again, there has been a few storms. There's a few storms just to the west of Ireland. Just in the sea, a whole line of storms has developed there and into the island southwest. There is a Meteorite has issued the same thing. Have issued a amber warning. Here you go. They have issued amber warning for thunderstorms due to this area of storms. Let's go up there. Due to this area of storms down here. They have issued a warning because of that. Okay. I have, yeah, expected. But anyway. Oh god, so it's all later. So let's have a look at the verification so far. I'll be going into more detail in just a second. Look at the latest run in just a minute. I just have a look at the latest verification. It is around 10 to 30 minutes behind. I am aware that it won't be perfect with the line strikes, but you can see I am most of them are happening in the high risk area, and storms are starting to move into the moderate risk area from France. I put a skin like that, but anyway, have a look at this. I have a very interesting arome run to show. Rome. Satellite IR simulation, which is basically the infrared simulation. So at 8 is basically this storm here. Basically this storm here is basically that. It is going to push through. More storms are going to develop on the side of it. If you can see them. Yeah, these storms here, these are going to get imported in from France. They're going to go through very late at night. 11, only 11 south is going to experience more major storms at first. They're going to push through. It does expand very widely. These are probably storms due to the height of the storm. You can see is more widespread now. That is why I expanded a slight risk area into East Anglia through this little notch here. So all this here, if you look, it does push through into that area. I marked this whole area. It's not all of it might be a thunderstorm. It'll probably be more scattered-ish, showery type Okay, all at 7 a.m. storms are still developing to the north of that. It'll be slow and fast moving at the same time. I'm gonna have a look at base reflectivity. You can see those small scattered storms are moving through. Only see this big area of heavy rain storms is pushing through just north of London there. If you're hearing that, is my fan, as I mentioned before. It is pushing through, and that is basically going to initiate storms further north. Might do, but I don't think I will push this back. So it's 3 a.m. Midnight 3 a.m. That's when the severe starts. I might go into that shortly. So let me just have a quick drink of water. Again, if you have any questions, feel free to pop them in the chat and I'll be happy to answer them. Let's have a look at the current infrared satellite imagery. That massive cloud base of the storm, very high as well. Very high. You can see in top right, that is where the latest radar is. It is pretty small, but you can see it. Actually, I might be able to. It's gonna butcher my FPS. No, is that gonna butcher it? No. So I'm gonna keep the warnings in the bottom left, just to keep everyone reminded of the latest warnings. I can hear myself. Of the latest weather warnings issued by the Met Office. There's 2 red warnings, many amber and many yellow warnings issued. I might just go through them in just a second. But anyway, these are the storms we'll be looking to be imported from northern France up into through the Channel and up to southern England in the coming 1 or 2 hours. This is what we have to look out for. The same with this. Let's have a look at the infrared over Ireland. Yeah, so these are basically all the storms. These here pushing northwards. And let's have a look at Scotland. Yeah, again, very high cloud bases there. Yeah, I was thank everyone for 500 followers. I appreciate it a lot. On the road to 1,000. Let's have a look. My FPS has butchered. Lovely. Right, I'm gonna turn that off. My FPS is well gone. I completely opened the wrong one, didn't I? Yep. TCM. Yeah, my FPS is well gone. Just because I opened my website. I need to fix that. As of like... what it does to your PC. It needs to be brought down. The intensity is already using how many? 399 megabytes. See the storms. 1,011 lightning strikes today in the UK. I'm close that because it's butchering my FPS. And then it goes straight back down and straight back up. Lovely. If you have any questions, feel free to put them in chat. I am absolutely boiling. I'm sweating absolute buckets right now. get into the action of it. So it goes straight into my PC. As mentioned before, this is like half an hour behind. We might have. Let me just turn off the infrared. I'm able to tell where storms might develop in the next hour or so. It is from the trough, so we might have some storms. I'll just spin out. We have some storms develop in this section here. And just like. We might have some storm development here, there. These lines basically show what I think is the highest storm development in the next hour. So most are over the Atlantic or Celtic Sea. I'm not pretty sure. They are mostly over that area. Let me just put that there. There we go. My food is absolutely boiling, and that's going to go. Right. So that's where I think storms will most likely develop in the next hour or so. Any questions? Put them in the chat. I know there's only 3 of you watching, but anyhow. Right. Didn't mean to press that. That is very close instructions. Right, I'm just like, boost. I think this actually dies right now. Don't butcher my FPS, please. Good. It's like warm-ish air going straight into me. This is what kind of PC isn't it? No, it's cold. It's literally just because it is hot. Air is just hot. That is quality of the world. Copy. That's top 10 stream quality of all time. Let me just like put that on. No, that's not gonna try. The issue with there you go. I have fixed the issue very muchly. know that like be right back screen is like, you know, basically like 3 seconds long, but it does. Let's just check 2 seconds, but right. That there. Right. Right. So should be something else. It should be that, I'm sure. Yes, it is. Okay, good. Right. Let's get into it. Storms again are developing across just south, far southwest. There is a storm near Plymouth at the moment. Was near Plymouth. Heavy rain is starting to push into Plymouth at the moment. Wouldn't be surprised if there's any thunderstorm reports in a couple and very shortly. If you have any questions, put them in chat and I'll be happy to answer them. As always. I'm going to go through the red extreme heat warning for tomorrow and the thunderstorm warnings as well. So this red extreme heat warning is active from midnight tonight until 9 PM. The exceptional spell of hot and humid weather will continue across this region, with impacts to the general population highly likely. Is basically this whole impact area, temperature exceed 36 degrees, rising up to 38. My classroom, I'm off school at the moment because it's a secondary school, it is old, and the head teacher said we can't go to school. One of the rooms, which was my English room, reached 40 degrees today. It reached 40 degrees inside, not outside, inside. Got another extreme heat warning. Is a hot and humid weather is expected to continue through exceptional warm temperatures both day and night. It is valid basically the whole day. Again, low 20 Celsius during the night, 30 to 38 through the day. Thunderstorm warning, the big boys. I think we are all happy to hear the best part of the heat wave is ending very shortly. Anyway, it is valid from tomorrow midnight until 10 AM. I got 10 warnings on, shall I? If I want to butcher my FPS. Shouldn't do. Right. It is valid from midnight to 10 AM tomorrow. Many areas missing the worst, but thunderstorms could bring destruction in places during Thursday night and into Friday morning. Again, we have a thunderstorm across basically whole Scotland tomorrow. Is valid the whole day across tomorrow. Thunderstorms and heavy rain may cause some destruction. That's basically it. 30 to 50 millimeters of rain in 3 hours. 2 to 4 centimeter hail in diameter. Then we got a warning. I didn't go through this one. Then got a thunderstorm warning across the whole of Northern Ireland. There, heavy showers and thunderstorms may bring some disruption in places on Friday morning. So basically from midnight to 10 AM. How was that? Right. Thunderstorm warning for today. This thunderstorm warning here did get expanded into Wales and more of western England. Many areas missing worse, but thunderstorm could bring destruction on Thursday evenings. Is valid from 6 PM, which is really well gone, until midnight tonight. 50 to 60 mile per hour gusts possible. Frequent lightning and additional hazards are possible. What have I just done? Oh, there you go. Sorry about that. Thunderstorm further north. We've got a It's valid from 3 p.m. today as well gone until midnight tonight. Spells of rain and thunderstorms may lead to disruption in a few places. Again, 20-30 millimeters of rain in 1 hour, 30 to 50 in 3 hours, and 2 to 4 centimeter hail in diameter. And locally, very strong gusts with strong storms. Right. Have a look at the latest storm to the south, absolutely pumping out lightning strikes here and there. Everywhere. Absolutely pumping out strikes. There are some storms over just to the southeast of it and just to the further southeast of it. This is all going to get imported from northern France up into England. So England here, this storm especially going to go through basically the far southwest. Have a look at the island storm. They have dissipated some more away. This is basically a whole line of storms here. A whole long line of storms on the radar. Check is in. Check. New radar. SCAD is out. Why is the island one so poor? But anyway. Have a North Scotland one. Still absolutely heavy rain. And absolutely banging out lightning strikes here and there. A lot of lightning strikes at the moment. If you have any questions, feel free to pop them in chat, and I'll be happy to answer them. More storms will develop across the that's the Atlantic, isn't it? Yeah, the Atlantic Ocean. That's the Celtic there. I'm looking at the latest. Satellite. Let's have a look. Very big clouds, like very big cloud base and everything. Looking at the latest satellite view, this here, that there. You see these 3 spots at the moment, I guess, out there. Those are like the possible areas where storms might develop, not areas, the cloud. The storms might develop in the next coming hours. Again, we are still multiple hours away from any more thundery activity inland across large parts of Ireland, Scotland, and further south. The first areas, of course, northern Scotland and western England and Ireland. But later on, these storms here, this specific storm here, this is not moving with this main batch here. It is moving more northwards, and that is going to spread through. And another batch inland around this point is going to just bunch off into southeastern and eastern England, East Anglia there, into the very late evening and early hours of into the early hours of Friday. If you have any questions, feel free to put them in chat. Sorry again. A new temperature record has been the temperature record has been broken in the UK. The highest temperature recorded in June is 39.3 degrees in Jersey, and is the highest temperature recorded in the Jersey since records began in 1894 in that station. All in general. There is storms developing right there. Not much at the moment. I'm running out of things to say. I'll be gone for a couple breaks, in and out, just to cool off, and it is very hot where I'm. It's 32.7 degrees. I do have all the windows open. There is a breeze at the moment. It's cold as well. It's cooler. It's pretty good, yeah. Again, I'm pretty sure if I go to I missed it. The highest heat index, that is the basically temperature and humidity combined, is 45.7 degrees, which was yesterday. 45.7 degrees of heat index. That is in the sun, not in the shade. Which is crazy. Ground temperatures are, of course, much higher. They're probably around the mid-40s as well. Today, I think it was a much cooler day as well. No. I can't. Top 20 today. 39.1 Jersey. It's basically all Jersey. 37 Yeovilton. And latest top 20 is 35.6. If you're ready, please go to my X account, TikTok, and YouTube. They're all at My Weather UK. So yeah, please subscribe, follow, and all that sort. Daily updates on X and TikTok, and YouTube is basically the live streaming platform at the moment. Time for a break. No. Right. I've been going for how long? God knows what. Okay. I'll be going very shortly for a break. I need to cool off and get something to eat. I'll be like 5 minutes max. Okay. Again, if you have any questions, feel free to put them in the chat whilst I'm still here. Now, again, I'll be very, very shortly. Have a look. Here's a few minutes behind. I am debating to go onto my own website, but that's going to butcher my FPS by like 1 million. Storms are starting to roll into the far southwest. Large hail, heavy rain, very torrential rain, high lightning frequency, loud lightning, all that shebang. Strong winds as well. And this patch is a fairly big hail core. I'm guessing that's a hail core. Because normally when it's pink, purple, that's basically a hail core. You hail core there, that's basically just lightning right if you haven't already seen, my latest outlook is on X at the moment. Right there, I do have a moderate risk at the moment across southwest England. That's basically where all the activity is going on. I do have a more moderate risk further east. Just good question. Across Southampton, that's the place. It will be from these storms here moving northwards. That is why. So if I just redo the latest lightning strikes, give it a minute to load. Still loading them. It is pretty slow. It is like capturing every lightning strike one by one. There you go. In this box, in the last like half an hour, that is basically all the lightning strikes right there. So it is moving into moderate risk there. A lot of lightning strikes across the high risk. Storm develops right there. Just a bit of high risk there. Pushing northeastwards. And there as well. I'll be going for a short break real quick because it is too hot and I just need to replenish myself real quick. I'll be max 5 minutes, minimum 1 to 2 minutes. So I'll be right back with you. So yeah. Right, so I'm back. I have the wonderful ice cream. It's just too hot. It's probably gonna melt, but before I eat it. Not much we need to talk about. Storms are starting to roll in. Very active across northern Scotland, the same just as south west of Portsmouth. Just a quick saying, I'll be most likely very inactive for around they're from the 7th to 9th of July, because I do have a very happy for this opportunity. I'm very happy for the Met Office giving me this opportunity, as I do have a work experience with them from 7th to the 9th. Also, I'll be inactive doing that there. There's satellite. Let's have it for infrared. Yeah. Cloud tops are starting to get higher and higher. This storm here is pushing northwards. Pretty sure. You can see it pushing more northwards and northwestward. Moving up north. The storm is probably like a start already moving northwards in a couple hours. Next couple hours in northwestward, I would say. I'm going to follow all storms, half of all these storms here. The storm north Scotland moving northeastwards. Not much changing there. Another upfront. Another icon. No current that. As storms move through. Again, in the moderate risk at 2 AM and pushing through a slight risk area northwards. Is more underdoing it, probably because you can't really see that there. That's right. Swiss. How about that? Swiss. Not really showing that storm there as much. It's literally. It is, to be fair, lower resolution also. So this one says much more. It's still under it pretty much. But you can see just there is very active across Scotland there. Nowcast. Okay, you can see that storm just there. How about the UKMO Met Office model? Again, lower resolution, but south storms pushing through northwards, and look at the ECM. Not much as well. Below where I am. I'm surprised to have another like batch of storms developing across South Wales and southwest England at 3 AM and pushing northeastwards. In London, might get the activity there. That's surprising, I guess. And if you have any questions regarding storms, I should say. I'm happy to answer them. Just put them in the comments down below. Storms are just off the coast at the moment. So this was at how long? 10 minutes ago to be fair, so. Just. Is my friend? It is my friend. Let's get out playing. Right, okay. Okay, good. Again, Met Erin, the Irish Meteorological Service has issued an amber warning for these storms just to the south of Ireland at the moment. These storms here. They might be overdoing it. I don't know why the Met Office hasn't even issued the amber warning. But Met Erin have gone straight to amber warning. Storm is officially inland. This storm here. It's only just developed. It's only just like rain. It's already pushing out a lightning strike. And the storm is basically just about to hit inland across southwest England. I mean that storm's already there, but I mean big boy storm about to hit. Some random lightning strike. Just off the coast. I'm looking at the latest infrared. No, my FPS just goes up and down, up and down. Yeah. Not much going on at the moment. Not much. Oh. The verification. No. You can see it's actually started moving into the moderate risk area. This storm here, and it is very active, but it's a high risk area. Storms are starting to develop across here. These storms here, probably. Have a look. Where was I? Yeah, storms are starting to get into the moderate risk area. has 141 strikes. Again, it's like 20 minutes or 10 minutes behind. Right, again, if you have any questions, feel free to go in the chat. Happy to answer them. Again, the UK max record has been broken in Jersey on 39.1 degrees Celsius. Beating the all-time June record and beating yesterday's all-time June record. Provisional record. These are all provisional records. They will be checked by the Net Office in the coming days. It is basically the waiting game at the moment. Is literally just the waiting game. Oh, okay, right. It's just literally the waiting game at the moment. 4 storms initiate. Oh, sorry, not initially. Be exported from France into England and then into this area here. It'll be around probably 9 by the time you actually get something. Again, just edging into. I think it's very inland, isn't it? Yeah, Reese strikes inland across southwest England, just through the east, west of Plymouth, or east. Any questions, feel free to put them in the chat. I'll be happy to answer them as best as I can. Good shout. Good shout. And absolutely popping off across Northern Scotland. Just wish it was further south. Maybe one day. Maybe one day. Now one day is going to be tomorrow. I hope. I will be issuing a thunderstorm outlook for tomorrow later on, probably around 9. And just to show you the risk of thunderstorms into tomorrow. There's again up over Scotland and down more into the east. If you have a look at Hoco, Hardy outlooks. Frames absolutely just dropped. Have a look how far it dropped. And yeah, frames just got dropped by a mile. Right, have a look at it for tomorrow. This is for today, but this is for tomorrow. Is 6 AM. Look at those. Okay. And this is the risk for tomorrow, 6 AM basically, or 2:05 I guess. No, that was on yesterday. Right. Anyway, again, northern Scotland there, and down far south. This is 6 p.m. or something like that. 8:05, I guess. Far again. It extends more further east and south, and high risk across East Anglia there, and then into the far at the end of the day. High risk there. You're looking at D2. Again, high risk. Pardon me. High risk across London and home counties there, and very high across France there. Give me a sec. Okay. No, strong solar still to develop in the coming hours. I think I might be wrong, but the max I'm pretty sure. What else that was crap? That's a baby. Pretty sure I'm subscribed. Wait, give me a second. It might be on my other account. Might be. It might be. It's B C D E F G H J G K L. Max velocity. No, not him. Reinhold, not Max velocity. He did mention, I've heard rumours of this, in his last stream that he will be streaming the UK Thunderstorm outbreak. Right, when? I don't know. He did say something like my permission from Malthus, but do you really need permission from Malthus to stream a severe weather outbreak? I don't think so. I might be wrong. I might be getting sued by Malthus next, but infrared. Yes. visible. Okay, okay, okay. Good to know, good to know. Guys, if you have any questions, feel free to pop them in the chat. And they happy to tell me, look at that storm structure from above. You can see the gravity ripples. Oh, those gravity ripples? No, gravity ripples only happen when then go above. Oh, my brain's gone. Tropopause. Not troposphere, tropopause. If it goes above the tropopause, and basically, that is what happened on Monday. Have a look. Okay, I might be able to find that. Thank you to all the followers and all the reposts and all the likes. Mess office. I will have to be going far back to find it. That's 3/4. New. No, it must be after this. After that. Where after that? Where was it? I saw it. Pretty like storm structure. Well, went through tropicals. Anyway, probably somewhere. Probably blind, can't see it. We could go. I'm still there. There, you can see it. Right there, you can see. I'm just pressing this. Not sponsored, not sponsored. Let me just skip a few seconds. There, wait, somewhere in it. You can see, I think it's like. Somewhere, show it somewhere. There. That dark area is where it went above the tropopause. Basically broke through it. That's where the most powerful storms do. And these like ripple waves are basically gravity waves, and those are basically what happens when the cloud top goes above the tropopause. The tropopause has enough energy to go above it to break through it, basically. New Wi-Fi has broken across the Lops Derbyshire in the midst of a extreme UK heatwave. Not surprised. some more south. Now go keep it like that. I'm not going to change it. I'm confident of my outlook. So what was I supposed to? Right. Not really much going on at the moment. I might just end it here. Let's start later on again. There's actually something going on. Like inland, major. Something major is going on. No, that's not over North Gordon is major. But I think we are all more interested in the more major stuff. And of course, the stuff more further south. That's probably where most of us live. I might just turn off the lightning strikes, have that play, come on, I might just have that play, and then move that over here. More. That's too far. Just have that playing on repeat. How that 4 hours? 2 hours. About 2 hours. And I'll probably just have it. I'm probably just gonna have this play like that. Actually, no, it should be 1 hour because that there's 1 hour. The windy one's 1 hour. No, it's not pink. It's looping, good. Get the windy one up. How about that? make that smaller. How those infrared. Turn that on. It'll load one day. It's getting there slowly. That's still my fan, by the way. Still hot. Have that there. Make that smaller. Disable the camera. That's disable the camera. Move that there. Remove the latest radar. And there. I'm just gonna keep that for the next couple hours. Or a couple hours, no, another hour or so whilst I'm gone. Because there's not really much going on in the interest of my not much. So I'm just gonna leave it like this. And so I'm back. That's my little break. Little long break, I should say. Just put all of these back together. Right, let me just get rid of you. You need that for the lightning. Frames have dropped again. Maybe not. Yeah, I'll start to stabilize. I'll turn my webcam on in just a second and just go through everything. God damn it, it's hot in there. God damn. Right, I'm just that one and then turn that on. I should not be over there, I should be over here. That and then something's missing. Yes. The latest radar. Expand that. Since I've been gone, a few storms have absolutely popped off across Western Ireland. There you go. That's still coming through. There you go. Right, so there has been quite a few storms which have popped off since I've been gone. Is mainly across Ireland. Let's turn my lightning verification on. It has mainly been across Ireland. Okay. Yes, it's mainly across Ireland. As you can see here, I'll show you. As absolutely popped off in the last. I think it's been last 10 minutes or so. My frames are gone. It has popped up, absolutely popped off in the last 10 minutes or so. If you look at the satellite, you can see the run as it loads. Come on, man. Load. Slowly that is getting there. Just move that out. There we go. Come on, come on. Give it a second, everyone. It's loading. It's basically popped off and I was like 20 or 30 minutes over here. It's basically moving some more stable air. Absolutely. See, it went only for a few nights, like 27 minutes to just 3 minutes, and it's absolutely popping off. The storm has developed over here in the North Atlantic. Stop the plane. Cancel. There you go. You can see the storms here. Absolutely. I mean, absolutely strong. Hail cause. Storms under there, but just to the north of Ireland, as expected. in this area here, high risk area. See, as I marked in the moderate risk, storms have developed. Like I say, this might just be a very, very good outlook. And see, in next to basically Swansea, the storms have developed. I think, looking at the lightning, it might just be lying. It might have just... No, you can see it right there. Okay, don't worry. Just... My frames have dropped. Now they're back up. Okay. Going to the UK. See, just there. Okay. It is popping off across Scotland. I have realised when I was gone, potentially a hook is developing. Here you can see it. A hook that like bend knit is starting to develop there. Might drop a tornado, but is going to water, so it might be just be a water spout. There was a water spout / tornado sighting, according to some people, just to the south of Plymouth, with associated with this area of precipitation. Can cause lots of them, and very, very active lightning, I should say. Start charging my phone. Very active lightning. Where do I turn it on? Very, very active lightning. There you go. Have a look at the lightning map. You see, it was very active. It is happening across the moderate risk area. I'm just saying, my outlook might just have been very, very accurate. I might have absolutely cooked with the outlook. There's 3,295 lightning strikes. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, mine is being back behind. It is missing a few sometimes. It will fix itself later on. We'll try to fix this. I will probably fix it shortly. I'll just get AI to do it because I'm not bothered. 9,000. That's not right. Right, just give me a second. I'm gonna try to fix it. Try to push an update out. Right, okay. Anyway, just to the southwest, yes, southwest of Swansea, this one has developed. Let's have a look at the automated warnings. Multiple warnings have been issued across Ireland. A storm has looked like developed in Northern Ireland. does look like a storm has developed across Northern Ireland. For north, there's warning another storm has developed just to the south of the main storm. Frames have dropped absolutely far down. Yeah, this storm here probably, that's the thing that just developed. Sorry for the frames, they're absolutely gone. Yep, they're absolutely gone. Sorry for that. Yeah, and that is some supercellular structure. It is related to that. Right, so if you have any questions, feel free to put them in the chat. I'm happy with to answer them as best as I can. Thank you for the love and support on X. It's appreciated. Yeah, these are mainly elevated thunderstorms which are developing across Ireland and Scotland. But again, I'm going to continue glazing my outlook. At the moment, it is doing very well. Or I should say, I might post a quick verification soon. Yeah, it is doing pretty well at the moment. With lightning verification. Probably will I guess so. These are less see the outlook better under it because it is basically not seeable under it. Yeah, storms are developing across western Scotland at the moment. That's the main storm which passed, but it's starting to die off now. This is the new storm, which is developing across Ireland. Has died off again. Again, this storm here has died off again, but still producing quite strong, a lot of lightning. But then this storm here across northern France is moving north, and that is going to be start of storms across central England, eastern England, northern England, and much more. That is the things that will spark everything. We might be having homegrown thunderstorms later on. Maybe there is some cloud development across eastern England, but might be a bit more down than up. In certainty of homegrown storms. Again, this storm here is probably going to be the storm which is is going to be the storm which is going to move through and be the one which is going to basically give us the storms here. If you do like all these graphics across your screen right now, it's all my job, I should say. If you are enjoying this kind of content, like, follow, subscribe to the channel, X, TikTok, any updates on there as well. Again, if any questions at all, feel free to put them in the chat. I'll be happy to answer them as best to my abilities. Again, we have multiple yellow warnings for thunderstorms today, mainly this one across Scotland and the one across southern England. Then tomorrow is more widespread with basically the whole of Scotland, northern England, western England, Wales and southwest England, and then basically the whole of Northern Ireland in a yellow warning for thunderstorms. And then we have another red extreme heat warning issued for London and the southeast and home counties for tomorrow. A more broad amber heat warning there, and then on Saturday another amber extreme heat warning. Saturday is probably going to be the last day of the extreme heat, I should say. Again, we're doing pretty well with the graphic at the moment, the lightning verification. Let's see if things done. You sure? Give me a second, I'm just messaging with someone. Okay, there you go. Again, if you enjoy the stream, please like and subscribe. We might be having some conro. No. On the radar. Not radar, satellite. What was that? Still storms pretty active across southwest. Storm has developed just as southwest of Swansea. Again, pretty active across Ireland there. And then across northern Scotland there, and western Scotland as well. If you're wondering if you're affected by a warning, please go to metoffice.gov.uk, or down below you can see the active and upcoming thunderstorm and extreme heat warnings. So yeah, and in the top. So right, okay, sorry, I'm like, my brain's freezing. Anyway, in top right you can see the latest radar across southwest England and Ireland. Just make that. There you go. Okay. So, latest radar. And I can see a storm has, I think it was that storm which was producing the lightning. I might be wrong. I think it is this storm which here was producing lightning. There is, it looks like a storm which is moving to Swansea at the moment. Homegrown, I could say, I guess. It's not really imported from France. It is basically developed across the Bristol Channel. Bristol Channel. Yeah, it's like that. I'm going to move into Wales. But again, the main threat of storms developing is with this area of storms across northern France and across the Channel. That is what we have to look out for at the moment, pushing northwards. This storm here is basically moving towards Ireland. These storms as well towards Ireland. Again, this storm, whoa, very, very strong sail here across Ireland. might be a supercell, or supercellular structure. Okay. Again, strong thunderstorms just to this west of Ireland, and then strong thunderstorms developing across western Northern Ireland there, and across the Atlantic as well, pushing it to Scotland there, across the high risk area for thunderstorms. We are only, I would say, only 1/8 into the beginning of this possibly historic event for the UK. This is going to last well into Friday, with another risk into Friday evening, and another risk into Saturday evening. So we have to look out for tomorrow, as tomorrow is more of a risk across central Scotland there, eastern England and southeastern England as well. Then Saturday as well, southeastern England and eastern England, northwestern England, I should say. Let's have a look at the latest radar satellite. Have a look. Frames have dropped, of course. That's normal. This storm is very, very wide. Like 70, at least 70 miles wide. This storm here, I can see it there. Let's look at this storm more. Yes, we might. That there. Let's have an infrared. That there. I think. Yeah, that might be developing something, you know, some windy stuff to a tornado. Not really. Again, this area here does have a high risk for, not a high risk, it has a more of a lower high risk of tornadoes, large hail, and that lot. Tornadoes are more like around 12-ish%. And that's my fan, that's my PC. Right, so anyway, yes, that does look like something may develop. We might have something developing across Holyhead or Bangor. Look at the radar. Not at the moment, but we might have something developing across Holyhead there. Again, this storm is pushing northwards. We can expect it to come here in the next few hours. I would say around 10, 11. That's when we can expect it to actually reach us and then start spreading northwards and eastwards. Under the infrared. And this one behind it is looking much beefier, much higher cloud tops. This one here is very, very large, I could say. Give me a second, let's have a look. Okay. Okay, good. Anyway, let's have a look at the latest verification of the wonderful graphic I created for this event. I will be issuing a graphic later, probably tomorrow by this point, for tonight, for Friday's storms, and Friday probably going to issue a graphic for Saturday's storms. Again, at 9, can expect the storms to start become severe. As it becomes severe, as you can see, through midnight till 3 a.m. That is when the high risk comes into place, and then from 6 basically to 9, the moderate risk is in place. Then with a slight risk for 9 to 12. That's basically what we can expect over the next 12 or so hours. So yeah. We might be looking at more cells developing across just the south of Swansea. Have a look. It is basically with this associated with the storm. Not much, not really likely for it's happening, but it is basically yeah, that looks, a bit about something else. But anyway, these storms are associated with this main storm here. This is starting to die out, I should say, and this is basically the outflow, not really the outflow, the remnants of that. Just showers pushing north, northeast, northwest. I cannot speak for my life. And then this storm here pushing northwards, and that will bring the storms for later on in the day. What do you mean? They don't. I don't know what you know. Okay. Size of hail in Ballina. I don't know what that is. Oh, Cornwall thunderstorm right now. Oh. Absolutely, look at that beauty. That is a lightning strike. That is what I call lightning. Severe weather likely, this is where. Okay. What is going on? Frames have dropped to 40 to 36. What's going on? Now back to 60. They're just dying out, mate. I might need to turn the light on soon. Again, if you have any questions, put them in the chat. I'll be happy to answer them. Yeah, I feel I've got okay. I'm gonna have a look at YouTube. At 9:20, okay. Goretti, what? This might be a bug, or they might have just put the wrong thumbnail up completely. I'm waiting for them to start storm chasing. That is the thing I want to see. I'll hopefully try to stream throughout the night to keep all of you updated of the latest Thunderstorm development across the UK. My frames have completely dropped. Now completely back up. Right. Again, absolutely doing well with the lightning verification. A lot of storms happening in the moderate and the high risk areas as expected. I'm gonna fix the lightning strike count and the opacity of the lightning strikes very soon. It is in the works at the moment. A friend, I think he is doing it at the moment. Yep, it'll be out shortly. He has found the issue and will be fixing it. And is fixing it, I should say. Yes, as I thought, a storm is developing. Was a banger. Right there is probably moved this way. Or eastwards. Midline train moving. A warning has been issued for the storm here. Is seeing it as a dangerous. Is seen as a high enough risk for a severe thunderstorm to issue a warning. Yes, these warnings get issued for more severe thunderstorms. So yellow gets an advisory, amber is take action, red good luck. Again, this one here. It does update every half an hour, so it is getting there. Those are the warnings themselves update at half an hour, and the warnings get issued when it thinks 3,000 joules cape by the UKV sounding shows caps in the 800 HPA service in the post, lad, the post. Right. Again, if you have any questions, put them in the channel. I'll be happy to answer them. We'll have something, well, not just be a radar bug, but we'll have something developing across. No, don't. No, it's 25 minutes ago, so far. You might have some homegrown storms developing across Winchhaven and Newcastle. Absolutely popping off across Western Ireland, just off the coast as well. The mouse has gone there. You go. Again, mostly in the high risk area. And moderate risk area is where we need to watch out for potential supercell structures, strong winds, risk of tornadoes, and much more. Flash flooding, power cut risks are high as well in some places. Strong winds can take down power lines, and same with the lightning strikes. I should turn on the light model, shouldn't I? Just give me a second. Actually, maybe I should. Put the blinds up. Of a wonderful sunset in view. That should be better. Right. Are they live doing the storm chase? He's not. He said he's going to Ryan Hall. Say he's going to be streaming the UK Thunderstorm outbreak, but clearly not. I think they've accidentally, made a live stream. Thank you for the subscriber. Thank you for the love across X as well. We have reached 500 followers today because of you wonderful people. This is the latest graphic. Severe thunderstorms are expected quite widely from 9 PM all the way until 6 AM tomorrow. Severe risk is in place, and from 6 PM today until 9 AM tomorrow, a conditional risk is in place. And from midnight until 3 AM, a high risk is in place, and from 9 PM until 6 AM tomorrow, a moderate risk is in place. Let's replace that as well. Some storms are just south of Swansea. My frames are absolutely gone. Went all the way down to 22. Some storms are across southern, just to south of Swansea at the moment. Let me see how far it went down. Yeah, it went down far. Right. Anyway, storms are looking to just to south. Let's see if there's any light strikes. No, but a new warning has been issued just across the infancy of the west coast of Scotland. Right. Anyway, just to the north of Ireland, there has been issued a more broad severe thunderstorm warning there. A yellow thunderstorm advisory for severe thunderstorms there. Again, over here is pretty active. It has slowed down a bit. Again, over here as well. I can't really see it down there in Southern Europe, but it's going to crash. It's going to crash out all the FPS. So, I wouldn't need to do that. It might. Yeah, I thought so. Okay, maybe let's not. Yeah, I thought my frames would go. I thought. My frames would absolutely go. $6 PM I'll not be out. It did have the storms across Swansea there. That's 11 PM. It does look like it might be ahead of its time. Look at radar. Storms are only just edging out France at the moment. That generally looks like a low pressure. See the swing on it, like swing on it, like on a low pressure system, like anti-cyclone. It's not anti-cyclone. You see it, like swing on it. The outer bands. The heavy shower. That's like a whole trail of heavy showers behind it. Probably thunderstorms as well. Can't see that. It's not on Europe. Yeah, thoughts on the frames absolutely go. It's all like, yeah, it's amber warning and everything issued. Yeah, just keep it to the UK. We like to try to adjust to the south of Swansea there. Again, from these storms here. New storm has developed just to the west of Wellington. Let's see the view of it. Is there any cameras I can see? Cameras. There's someone. Cameras. There is one in. What are we looking at? What are we looking at? A new severe thunderstorm has been issued for southwest England there. Southwest England. These are not real warnings, these are just issued by the west side as like precautionary, not actual weather warnings. These are like precautionary warnings. Okay, we're looking at that. Eyes looking out to sea. Not helpful. That's looking up. Any good weather patterns? No. Anything over Northern Ireland would be great. Very, very small things. This here might produce something. Because you see the rain. Heavy rain, that's basically it. This storm is no, that's already passed on. Now look at the new lightning verification. Most strikes are happening in moderate and high risk areas. So for the high risk doesn't even come into place until midnight. So it's basically all of it is in the moderate risk. That's the memento. Yeah. Okay. Okay, let's have a read of this card of the week. That's not what I was supposed to do. Storms currently over northern France and Channel should gradually shift north and begin to cross into southwest England through the evening and into the early overnight period. As additional development occurs ahead of the shortwave and cells begin to merge under the strengthening forcing, we could see a measure-scale convective system (MCS), which is very important, consolidate over southwest England and push northeastwards towards Wales and Midlands through the early hours of Friday. Models have been fairly consistent on this procession through the exact placement, though the exact placement and time of heaviest clustering remains somewhat uncertain. the MCS is very important when looking at thunderstorms. So yeah. No, okay, good. Should I create a brand new graphic book? Should I? Should I not? I don't know. Probably shouldn't. How could any warnings issued? No new warnings have been issued. Across the UK, you can see all the like in the bend basically happening. All the stores, main stores, like in a bend, I would say. Holy frame drop. Holy frame drop. I haven't seen such a big frame drop in so long. From like 60 to 18 FPS. What the hell was that? I might be just bugging out. I don't know. Again, if you have any questions, feel free to put them in the chat. I don't know what the hell's that. Can't even see it, can you? Let's have a look if you could actually see it. I don't even think you could. Yeah, you couldn't. Okay, good. Anyway. Let's have a look at a new line of verification. And again, it's like 10 or so minutes behind. It is a bit slow. It does take some time for all the line strokes for it does input to verify and all that lot. So I do have a verification method of each line strike. It is like 1,000 behind, so most line strikes are happening within this area here. And down below here and here. It is kind of underestimated, but it's still a marginal risk for storms. Most storms will be in this moderate and slight and high risk area. The severe was basically a broad severe risk, and conditional is just to put in place as storms could move further northeast / eastward into the early hours of Friday, which I hopefully will be streaming at the time. This was again, look, it is good. I'm going to print that as well. If you have any damage, or wind damage or hail damage, get in touch with Toro through their website to show that it will impact by storms, for them to assess the damage and then give a rating to each storm. It says tornado. Are they storm chasing or not? They might not be. Let's have a look. I don't think they are. It's holy frame drop. No, it's just a webcam. Okay. Our friends are back. That's 30 minutes ago. Right, let's have a look at the latest infrared. over Ireland. And Western Ireland absolutely popping off at the moment. The storm which is impacting Scotland is starting to move off at the moment. Right further south across France. Yeah, this storm here is pushing northwards. I'll take another. Sorry, give it another hour or so, and it should be with us. And storm here is time to move away into Ireland there, and some storms open across Swansea, so south of Swansea there, in the moderate risk area, right here. It has died off. This main storm here, it has basically losing all its energy by this point. Probably won't make it all the way to Ireland, but it's moving in that general direction, and probably won't initiate again. Probably won't. Should actually make it charge, because I was looking at the view count on my phone, because it's going to charge, and charge it for later in the night, and storms might come through and kind of record the lightning on the storm. I'll probably be seeing the light. It'll be on the south side. I'll be recording it, not north side, because it'll come from the south, and that's what happened last time. I did get woken up at the end, at the very last loud strike, and then just throughout for like just like 1 a.m. to 4 a.m. was just lightning strike after lightning strike after lightning strike. There was no sound, it was just pure. It was literally just lightning strikes, no sound. It was only when like thunder I could hear it, when the actual like small band of rain came through. That's basically it. Small shower, heavy shower, which did I think flood my road, as always. Yeah, it's a very, very bad drainage. Right, anyway. Right, I will need to do that. Get the snipping tool out. Get the lovely, trusty snipping tool out. Where's my mouse? There. I might have froze, but I don't know. Will this absolutely crash the FPS? No. Good. Let's hover around. Yeah, she's never back, is it? Maybe it is. That I should have made that bigger. That is on me. That is purely on me. Might turn the light on. Although it is lagging as 25 FPS, 19 FPS, 29 FPS. Absolutely down the drainage. Absolutely down the drain. FPS is back. Kind of. No, that's too small. That should load it in, pretty sure. Yep, an FPS countdown to the dream as always. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Not too fair as expected. Back to 60, when I go here, it goes like skyrocketing down. I'll just move that there. Have that open. 3.6 FPS. 50 FPS. 30 FPS. Yeah, I'm not even trying to create graphic. It's like bloody skyrocketing down. Holy FPS. This is like top 10 worst FPS count ever. 4 FPS. That is horrendous. I'll just close a few things that might help. I need to do this quick. Sorry for the frames. I'm so sorry. I'm back to 4. Give it 5. Fill. 0. If you're interested in how to create graphics, like the actual graphics you see. Why is that? I am going to. Okay, holy frame drop. I'm going to warn you all of a very high frame drop in just a second. Let's go further out. I can't remember where it was. It was custom shapes. Good question. You remove it or something? There you go. Sure looks alright. Yeah, that's alright. Shape 2, edit, transform, scale. Control C, Control V. Alright, so now edit. Let's rotate. Oh, this general direction. Control V. File. Export as GPU. Quality 200%, of course. Now I can delete that. The absolute frame killer for the stream. That's what I wanted. Nice, good. No, actually, you know what? Expect storms to move north into north slash north east ward in the late evening slash early hours of Friday. Friday. And more details on my YouTube stream. So join. Why not? Let me just get it up. So my frames are still poor. Still poor. Thank you for the followers, and I know there's only one person watching, that's not really easy. Anyway, if you have any questions, feel free to ask, and I'll be happy to answer. Why not? There you go. Go to the YouTube. Okay. The secret method I'm gonna hide. Because I can. Just get more views, I guess. Okay, so. No carousel. Who's playing? KUW. Carousel football. It's 1-0 to God knows who. What's CIV? What's CIV supposed to be? That is a lightning strike. That is a lightning strike. And my question is, did it hit the house or behind it? I think it is behind it, which I think will be closer. I don't know. How late radars come? Something is going up. Delete it. My frames are gone. I'm sorry. I don't know why my PC is struggling so much. This is the anything developing. It will take a minute. Of course it will. No, it's literally just clear skies. It's just a little bit of bug. Storms are starting to fire up across northern France and moving northwards. And storm across just to the northwest of Ireland absolutely popping off right now. And across Scotland has just started off now. Well, this is the main storm at the moment. Like I say, definitely the main focus point at the moment. Again, to the north, just to the south of Swansea, west of Swansea, storms have developed, and a warning has just been issued. The same for Northern Ireland or Ireland. I'm doing this to turn the light on. Much better. You can see me now. Gun is back. Right, if you haven't already, please follow my X, TikTok, and YouTube account. It would be really appreciated. Here's all over the place. Okay, stop. Have I got the latest verification of the outlook? Is the fan, not the PC. Fan is right here. Go straight to the face and the PC as well. Try to keep the PC cool because it's absolutely boiling. It's 31 degrees. There's like no wind at all outside. It's like keeping it cold. Right. Across much of the high moderate risk area, most is developing across risk area. Again, this area here is moderate risk area. That is because of these storms here across northern France. They're going to move through like that. So that is why there's moderate risk for thunderstorms. That is why I issued it, because of that. I did where is it? I did expand the slight risk into Eastern England because there's a risk of storms later on into the early hours of Friday morning. Into the early hours of Friday morning, and yeah, I don't think no one has expanded it into Right, sorry about that. So, I'll be going very shortly as some things have happened. Actually, I'm gonna go now. Have a nice rest of your day.